And welcome back to another episode of the Drunken Cryptids. I do want to give a shout out to blademedia.com. Thank you, Dylan, for all the hard work you've done on the logo and the website. It's absolutely amazing. You guys check out our website, drunkencryptids.com. And if you want more information on how you can get your website to look great and how you can get a logo done as well, check out Blade Media, BLAYED media.com. Dylan does a great job over there. Thank you again, Dylan, for all the hard work. And of course, I got to thank the team behind me. I would not be where I'm at today if it wasn't for you guys. I appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate all the hard work you guys do for me and just generally being my friends, man. I appreciate it. I have a lot of fun doing it. And of course, thank you to the audience. Thank you everybody out there that's liking and sharing and posting it. I appreciate it. Keep dropping those reviews. Keep leaving 5-star reviews everywhere out there on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, all of them. I do appreciate it all. Thank you so very much. It is getting us further, up in the algorithm and it's showing. So thank you again. Events coming up. I am going to be speaking at the Ada, Ohio at the Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree 2. And that's going to be on October 4th. You guys, if you're in the area, you definitely need to come check it out. Tickets are still for sale. Go over to the drunkencryptids.com website. They'll have the tickets. So our good friends over there at Cryptids of the Corn are putting it on. Justin and Jay are great. They have an excellent show. I highly recommend you check them out. Also, I'm going to be doing I will have a booth set up at the Arkansas Paranormal Expo. This could be in Little Rock. It will be on October 26th and 27th. We'll be there hanging out, selling t-shirts. We'll have stickers, maybe some other merchandise by that time as well. But come out, come hang out, come meet and greet. We'll be there. Check it out. It's a lot of fun, you guys. There's a lot of like-minded people going to be there. And if, you're from Arkansas, come support your local shows. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we'll be there. And that Saturday night after the event, Old Bart is going to be doing a special for everybody that was at the Paranormal Expo, and we will be there doing a meet and greet as well, hanging out and visiting. So make sure you check those things out. So the 26th of October is going to be a busy day. Looking forward to seeing you guys. But let's get into tonight's guest. So Tyler, when I was in the military and I first stationed at Fort Riley is when I met Tyler's parents. Great people. We were able to hang out through Fort Riley. And in the military, whether you have the same MOS or not, you meet great people, you become great friends, and those friendships last a lifetime. When I first met Tyler, he was just itty bitty little guy, and now he's growing up to be a really good, responsible young man. So he's done great. He's got 2 sisters as well. They even came out and hung out with us at Fort Carson. And Tyler has had some really interesting experiences, and we get into those tonight. So sit back, relax. It's showtime.
Rustling trees in the backwoods night, red lights cutting through the pine in flight. Bigfoot stomping with his youngling beard, whispers of tales that ain't too clear. UFOs buzzing solo through the haze, howling banshees set the forest ablaze. Jersey devil howls drink rays to the sky. Drunken cryptids party until the morning's night. It's showtime, running wild in the moonlight. Stars burn down, watch the freaks all take flight
to good times.
Raise your glasses to the mysteries divine. It's showtime, let the cryptids read.
Tyler, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Tyler, thank you for coming on the show, buddy. I appreciate it. And you've been a big fan of the show as well. I think you've got a couple t-shirts, don't you?
I have 2 shirts, I think.
2 shirts. I think I need to send you some stickers. You know that.
I think I also have a sticker as well.
Oh, I think you have one of the first run stickers.
Yes.
Sweet. We may have to get together, and I'm going to send you guys some more stickers. You just tell me what color you're thinking of, and offline, and I'll hook you guys
Any
up.
color is fine. We're not picky.
Well, you kind of want to match your car, don't you?
Well, my car right now is a crimson color.
I think we have red. I think we do have some red ones, so I'll have to double check on that one. So, but Tyler, man, well, jump in, man. It's your show, man. Tell us what happened.
Well, when I was about 6, living at Fort Truca in 97, 98, I was in my room playing, and all of a sudden I started hearing noises. And I look in my closet, and all I saw was a girl hanging by her neck in my closet. All she was saying was 10 years. I screamed for my parents, and they couldn't see nothing. Then, 10 years to the day, I saw her again in my closet saying the same thing.
Okay, so you saw her one time already,
Yeah,
and
when I
then
was
10
about
years
5 or 6.
later, she popped up again?
10 years to the day, I saw her again in my closet, saying the same thing, and I haven't seen her since then, since the second time.
And this was in Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So, I mean, when you say she was hanging there, I mean, like a rope, or was she hanging from
Oh, hanging by the neck by a rope from her neck.
was it a big closet, or was she like a little person, a little girl?
A little girl, and my closet wasn't that big. It was like a small closet, maybe a few clothes can fit in there, probably a tote for toys. That's about it.
Well, do you remember how she was dressed?
She was wearing like a flower dress.
Man, so twice on the same day. I wonder. And this was base housing, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You know, there's
The
always.
first time I saw her was in Arizona. Same time was here at Fort Sam in Texas.
Oh. So 10 years later in a different state.
House.
Yeah, totally different
Yes.
state even.
Yes, and so I don't know how she followed me, but she did.
Well,
It freaked me out.
okay, let's go to the first encounter. Let's talk about what was going on. Like, were you watching any weird shows? Were
No,
you?
I was just playing with my toy truck I had at the time.
About how old were you?
About 5 or 6.
Yeah, you had to been. Looking back on the time frame, you guys, because you guys were at Fort Huachuca, I think, and then because you guys, I think you drove up and seen us at
Yes.
Fort Carson.
Yeah, it was my mom and my sisters.
All right, so but you hadn't watched any. Well, I know your mom. Your mom wasn't gonna let you watch any scary shows like that. I mean, me and your dad played Mortal Kombat. That was about it.
Yeah.
But even still, then we try to keep your kids away from that stuff. Wow. Okay, so let's go to the 10 years later then. So, and this was where?
At Fort Sam, Houston, in Texas.
Yeah. Okay, so that time, so then you'd have been about 15, 16.
Yes. I thought I was a sophomore in high school.
All right, and so these are the only 2 times you've seen this young lady?
Yeah, only 2 times. Then a week later, I experienced my first sleep paralysis episode.
Oh, let's talk about that. What happened there?
Well, I went to bed, and I woke up. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. And outside my window, all I saw was a woman in a red dress with long black hair covered with half her face with one glowing red eye. Just staring at me.
And she only had one red eye?
Yeah, half her face was covered, and all you see is one glowing red eye. Just looking at me, nothing else.
So when it was covered, can you tell what was covering it?
No.
Can you remember how she was dressed maybe, or anything other than the red eye?
Just a red dress.
Red dress, face was covered. Was her face covering red?
No, no. All I saw was black hair covering half her face, and all I saw was half her face was not covered with a glowing red eye looking at me.
I wonder if she had her hair covering the other side of her face.
That's what I assume, but I don't know. Cause my room was dark. It was like it was the first room in the house to the left. You walk in.
Yeah, and she was just standing there staring at you.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Then same base where Fort Truca. This was about 2007. I was in middle school at the time, and I saw her again in a different house.
In a different house?
Yes, on Fort Truca, a different area of the base.
Okay, where did you see her at the second time?
Same thing in my bedroom window.
So she was just like peeking in on you then.
Yeah, I guess, but it freaked me the hell out. Sorry.
No, that would have freaked me out too. I mean, I've had some shadow people encounters, and they are a little unnerving. But you know, when you have like an apparition like this, and the same lady though, with the one red eye.
Yes.
Man, I got nothing on that one as of yet. All right, hang on. We'll start breaking it down. We'll come up with some theories here in a little bit. So you see her twice. So okay,
Yes.
so we got So we've got the little girl in the closet twice,
Yes.
10 years apart. Now we've got this
Yes.
lady twice,
Yes.
about a week apart.
Well, no. So the first lady, I was 7. Then I saw the second time I was about 14, 13, 14. I saw her again.
Okay, so you were seeing the adult, the lady in between seeing the little girl.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to get my timeline worked out here. Okay, so we see the first one, 5 or 6, and then at 7. Now, was this so? When you saw the lady, was it Fort Huachuca or Sam Houston?
Huachuca.
Huachuca. Okay, then in Sam Houston is when you saw the little girl, and then you saw the lady again.
Yes.
And both times the lady was just staring at you through the window.
Yes.
Huh.
And here, from Houston, we lived in a 2-story house.
And I'm assuming your room was on the second floor.
Yes.
So there's no way that there could have been anybody standing outside.
No.
How'd you get up there, though?
I have no clue.
You know, so Jacob talks about how he had one sighting. No, that was actually in his closet, too. It kind of backed into his closet thing as well. But no, there was... who was it? I can't remember who it was. They had a... yeah, the guy that... Doc. Yeah, Doc, he's the one that put his hand in the berry batch and felt Bigfoot's fur. But he saw something as well, if I remember correctly, peeking out through his window, and it was high up, so there's no way nobody could stand up there either.
Because my window had no legend on it. It was just a window with bars on it.
That sounds like the military.
That's all. No ledging, no nothing. Just a window with bar, like the half barred.
Yeah. Huh. And you weren't like into anything scary or movies or Ouija boards or anything at the time?
I watch screamers all the time, but I don't really get scared much. Only that really scared me as a kid was the Crypt Keeper from the Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, I love that show. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, kitties.
And today I still refuse to watch that show. I know it. I know it's a puppet and it's an irrational fear, but I still refuse to watch it.
I get that. Like the first movie that scared me as a kid was John Carpenter's The Thing, and loved that movie. And I actually had a nightmare to where it was coming out of my closet, and I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies, and still to this day though, when I'm watching, I'm going, yeah, this movie gave me nightmares as a kid, and I'm just right there with it. So I understand.
I watched the original It when I was a kid, and it didn't scare me. But somehow the puppet scared me.
Well, the original It with Tim Curry, great, because Tim Curry's wonderful, no matter what movie he's in.
Yes.
Tim Curry's great. But, that miniseries did not do the book or anything justice. The 2-part one they just recently released within the past couple of years, very well. I mean, it's been modernized from the time that the original writing of it, but still very well. And it in itself is a really, really great story.
Yes, it is.
And I think it's kind of I think there's a lot of soft disclosure. I think maybe King is trying to tell us some stuff in his writings that he knows that we don't know. But
that's why I believe that he knows things that exist that the world's not being told.
Yeah, either that or he's a hell of a storyteller, one of the two. Great imagination. Warped, but great imagination.
Yes.
Okay, so all right. So now we've got the lady twice, the little girl twice.
Yes.
And you said, so the second time was what gave you the sleep paralysis?
I experienced it twice with the lady.
Okay, so both times with her, you get sleep paralysis.
Yes.
Huh.
And since then, I haven't experienced it again.
Okay, let's talk about. Hold on. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit more. Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, so when you Man, okay, so when it happened the first time, like, do you remember that next morning when you woke up? Was anything different?
No, I just woke up the next day, and then I think I felt normal.
And the second time?
Same thing. I told mom what happened. She said it happened again. I said, yeah, same lady. And she said my mom says I might have some bad juju on me or something.
Well, what'd you do to get bad juju?
I have no clue.
Blame your mom. I know she's listening. No, I mean, it almost similar to abduction vibes. To be honest with you, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe. I'm getting a little bit of vibe off of that. I mean, you've seen her twice, and I'm kind of curious about the little girl and everything as well, because sometimes, there's some accounts on these from UFO abductees to where they'll see something that's either terrifying or absolutely just like cartoonish.
I know the houses we lived in were built in the 1800s on Huachuca before they were torn down and rebuilt. So maybe there's someone from that time era who lived in that house before us in the 1800s.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have a red eye.
But I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me. I'll be honest with you. Chuka is one thing because my theory on ghosts varies. It's so out there. I have a hard time grasping on what we're seeing is the spirit of somebody who's passed on. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't think that's how it works. I think ghosts are something else. I think sometimes we're seeing echoes. I think sometimes we're seeing released energy. Something traumatic happens, it releases energy. Something happy happens, it releases energy.
Yes.
There's accounts where people hearing laughter and like a party going on in their house, and there's nothing there. So something prior to, there was like a lot of happiness, and it just released that energy. If you go to most churches, or even we'll say like a wedding chapel, a place where people get married at. Whenever you get there, you don't feel uncomfortable at all. You feel kind of happy. But if you go to a morgue, you feel kind of down because of all that negative energy, that sad energy that's trapped in these locations. And Arkansas is full of quartz, and quartz has been used throughout history as, energy, trapping energy, containing energy, releasing energy stuff. And so I think, Arkansas, is a lot more hauntings and paranormal than a lot of people, are willing to admit. But seeing it twice, though, I could almost say like an echo. Yeah, something tragic happened, and you happen to kind of glimpse at the energy being released of it with that little girl. But seeing her again in Texas, that again, that's where I'm getting, maybe UFO alien abduction. That's why I was asking if your clothes were weird, or if you, woke up in a different position.
No.
Like if you woke up in the lawn, or, in a chair,
Nope. I woke up in my bed.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Especially with it being in 2 states apart. Okay.
Yes.
And you couldn't move.
Nope.
Huh.
All I could do is I tried talking, but nothing would come out. And all I could do is move my eyes around the room, and that's it.
That's got to be a scary feeling. I've never had that, so I can only imagine what that just...
I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, that would just be scary. Yeah, that would be unnerving to me.
It's like having a bricks on your chest, and you can't move it. There's that much pressure on your chest, on my chest.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know. We'll circle back to that one. All right. Because you have a lot. So let's go on to the next one.
Yes. Okay, one night from Portugal, at the time, they had an ivory statue of a buffalo soldier outside the gate. And as we were pulling through the gate, the eyes opened at me, and one just winked at me.
Okay, so the statue's eyes opened and winked at you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm only quiet because I'm picturing that in my head going, that's creepy.
And there's ivory and stone, and about 6 foot tall, and about as tall as my dad.
Let me Google that. What's that statue? What's the statue?
If you look at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, Buffalo Soldier statue. It should be a green statue. It should be holding a musket or a gun in one of his hands.
I'm not being able to spell it correctly. I'm waiting for Google to catch up.
How to spell Huachuca?
Yeah, Fort what? Oh, I got it. Okay, what statue is it?
The Buffalo Soldier statue.
There we go.
It should be green.
At the gate?
Yes.
Let's take a look at this guy. Let's do images.
And
so it's just a guy. So it's just a guy standing there?
Yes. And when Huachuca was founded, it was known as Camp Huachuca. It's where they trained all the Buffalo soldiers.
That's kind of cool.
Yes, it is.
But so his eyes opened and winked at you.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
At the time, I didn't know either. That's my mom about it. She didn't believe me at the time.
I had to have a conversation with your mother.
She thought I was joking about it, or she just said, my imagination is just playing tricks on me.
But here's the thing too: is I was a very imaginative kid, and it was, you don't create things out of thin air.
No.
At all. And I think that kids are more susceptible to see stuff than what, we give them credit for. Because I saw stuff as a kid. I saw shadow people as a kid, and things move, and, haunted houses and stuff, and as a kid. But
I think one night I thought I heard a Wendigo screeching in the mountains in Arizona.
You heard a screeching in the mountains?
Like a Wendigo screech? Like in the movies, when they do it in the movies?
Oh.
Something like that.
Well, you got to be careful, because there's a lot of large cats up there, too, though.
Yeah, bobcats and mountain lions.
Yeah. Well, so on a recent investigation, I've done 2 investigations in this one area, and the first night I got growled at from the woods. And it blew me away. I'd never heard this growl before. So I did some research, dig in, and it sounds similar to a bobcat. And there's bobcats in the area, so yeah, I have to write that one off as, all right. Now, the huffing sound later on that night, that was totally different, because there's nothing that makes that sound. But the growl, I have to go bobcat on that one. That's why anytime people hear noises like that, always got to make sure that it's, because it could be a large cat. And that's when, especially at night, everything is creepier at night. I don't care what anybody says. Even when they're out squatching, it's still a little it's still creepy. And when you hear like that weird noise, like I've heard a mountain lion at night in the Wasatch Front, and let me tell you something, that makes all the hairs on the back of your neck and all over your body stand up, and you might have to change your shorts.
And Arizona's home to one of the biggest bat colonies in the United States too.
Yep. I just interviewed a guy who's doing a lot of research in the Superstition Mountains down there.
On the Huachuca Mountains?
The Superstition.
Oh.
So he's doing a lot of research out there, finding some interesting stuff. So the statue. Okay, so what time of day was the statue?
What was the question?
What time of day was it?
Time of day? It was about 5:30 at night.
Winter time?
About dinner time.
No, winter?
Spring, fall.
Okay, so it's still light out.
Yes.
Okay. And the eyes just winked at you. That was it?
Yes. That's it.
Huh.
Nothing ever happened again.
So nothing at all since the old lady?
Nope.
Wow. Huh. I'm wondering if maybe you guys had, being a military family and moving around a lot, we PCS, Permanent Change Station, to so many different locations. And a lot of times, it's hard on the kids. Like my oldest ones, it was 1, 2, 3, like 4 places, you know what I mean? And they're short life, before me and their mom split up. So, there's a lot, and there's a lot of, isolation. There's a lot of not fitting in, that comes into play in some of these things. But I'm wondering because you guys went from Riley to Huachuca.
Yes.
Yeah, because I went to Carson.
And from Huachuca, we went to Germany.
I love Germany. Then
we went from Germany back to Huachuca. It's where I experienced the second time after the first sleep paralysis.
Right.
Then we moved to Texas. It's when I saw that little girl again in my closet.
See, I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know, abduction vibes, or maybe an attachment. Maybe you picked up an attachment somehow and then got rid of it, which is unusual.
I'm not sure how I'd get an attachment.
Man, who knows? It's could have been something, maybe a toy you picked up. It could be a whole bunch of No, a whole bunch of things that could have created the attachment. But I do know that with the moving and stuff and the isolation, going all over the world, being a military kid, military brat per se, isn't the easiest thing in the world.
It's not.
I used to say that even when I was in, the hardest job in the military is the wife and the kids. It ain't us. Because y'all get the blunt of everything. Yeah, we get to go suffer in the field and on deployments, but y'all are. We say, well, we're leaving. It's there's no debate, no discussion. It's okay.
And with my dad, he would leave every 6 months to a year.
Yep.
Come back for 6 months, then be gone for another 6 months to a year.
I remember those days. I remember doing it too. Home was an idea. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I mean, but man, so you guys back in Texas now? Or you guys back in Kansas?
Texas.
Okay, San Antonio, correct?
Yes.
I love San Antonio.
And I actually work on the Air Force base, one of the Air Force base here in San Antonio.
Oh, well, that's awesome. But nothing since though. You've had nothing since.
Well, when I did security, I had a few stuff.
Okay, well, let's talk about that then.
Okay, my first night by myself doing security, I went to the basement of the building I was in patrolling, and I was going down a corridor, and I started hearing high heels behind me. And mind you, the building's closed, and it's about 11:30 at night. I look behind me, nothing's there. I said, okay, I'm alone, my mind's playing tricks on me. Understandable. I open the door I was going in, and about a 6-foot shadow just darts down the hallway I'm going to. I go in, nothing's there. Then I go up to the 3rd floor, someone said hello to me. Mind you, the building's closed. No one's there. 4th floor, someone pulled on my shirt. Then about a month later, my coworker who was doing another building had to come to my building, and he told me that morning a doctor shot himself in the office, and the one he shot himself in, we were checking the door, and he knocked on the door. As soon as he stopped on the 3rd knock, my phone that I had on me rang.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's creepy.
Yes.
Shadow people are always kind of creepy.
Honestly, that day I wanted to quit. But I didn't.
I was going to ask you about that.
I wanted to quit, but I didn't. I stayed there for about another year or two until they fired me over a comment I made to myself.
But so did any of your coworkers at all, seen anything?
Oh, even they experienced what I just said. But theirs was just noises, not like actually talking to me or pulling on the shirt. All they heard was noises.
Yeah, I've never had my clothes tugged. I've been touched, but I've never had my clothes tugged.
Yeah, my collar got pulled.
Yeah, that'd be creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no lie on that one. That would definitely be that. Yeah, that's up there in a creepiness level.
I had to go down farther downtown near the library to a PVA building for that's REs and veins doctors. I look up in the window. It's an old woman standing there in the window. First thing I did was check the building, announce myself, ask if anyone was here. No one answered. I looked, nothing. I did my patrol. I left. Got a feeling I was being watched. So I turned around and looked up. She was there again. I had to do that at least 5 times to be sure that the building was empty.
Yeah, that's haunted. That's creepy.
Yeah, I had to do it 5 times to make sure no one was in that building. Like going through all the rooms, the main floor where everybody sat, nothing was there.
Kind of funny how that happens like that, though, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, like with my apparition that I recently saw, it was, it was quick, but it was long enough for me to get my eyes on and see it. You know what I mean? It wasn't out of my peripheral. I caught it out of my peripheral, then I turned my head and looked right at it as it stepped out of view. And to where it was a full-blown person wearing dark khaki clothing, and they stepped out of the view, and I walked into the room where they were at, and there was nobody there. And I was like, okay.
What happened to me with that lady?
See, that's where I wonder whether we're just catching echoes or energies or stuff like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I want to sit down with a ghost. So if you're a ghost and you're listening, go ahead and shoot me an email. We'll have a conversation. Sorry, I had to do that because I want to get Bigfoot on the show too.
Supposedly they found Bigfoot already.
I found Bigfoot. I've seen him. Well, I've seen something. All I know is it was big and it was there and it was gone, and I was weird after that. But I've seen evidence of him.
And but for the past few years, I haven't experienced anything.
Well, that's probably not a bad thing. What do you think? I mean, you're the one who's gone through the encounter stuff, man. I mean, what do you think? What do you think was going on?
I have no idea. I think his mind was just playing tricks on me.
By seeing a little girl twice and seeing this older lady twice,
Yeah.
and
No, sleep paralysis, I could not move. That I agree with, because I woke up, all I could do is move. I couldn't even scream for my parents. I couldn't even get out of bed. So that I believe in. But I think that all the ghosts and her stuff, I think it's his mind playing tricks on me.
so you think that after seeing the little girl twice and the lady twice, you think your mind's playing tricks on you?
I think, but I can't be for sure.
That's not what you think. Come on, don't be shy.
I know-
You're on a show about cryptids and paranormal, Tyler.
I know something was there. I don't know what it was, but the form it took was of a little girl and an older lady.
Well, I know you and I know your parents, so I know you definitely saw something, because when you talked to me about it last year, I mean, it was, you were very adamant about it.
Yeah, I know I saw something.
Yeah, apparently you
freaked me
saw
out.
like a little girl hanging, and you saw some older lady with a red eye.
Yes.
Which is, it's always funny how sometimes they have these red eyes, and I wonder if they do that just to kind of freak us out.
That's why I usually think that they had the red eyes just to make them more menacing.
You're probably, that's what I think too. I think they do that. I mean, because red eyes, kind of scary. I mean, I've never seen red eyes on an investigation, but
It's a Sith talking to us.
it could be the Sith. Yeah, could be the Sith. They could be members of the Sith. I could go with that one, definitely. Man,
Sith
but
being it. The Sith doing that.
so what?
training with
Okay, so
the-
what do you think about the statue? You can't. I mean, you saw it wink at you, man.
Yes,
I mean, that's creepy.
it is. An inanimate object opening its eyes and winking.
Yeah, see, I 100%. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, man. I mean, you seen something.
And I looked at that thing every day we to the gate. And nothing happened until that one day it opened its eyes and winked.
Yeah, and again, I don't think your mind's playing tricks on you. I really don't. Remember, this is what we call a safe space where you can be 100% honest.
I also think that military bases, a lot of war happens on bases and death happens on bases. So basically seeing lingering spirits attach themselves to it.
Oh no, I will tell you, on military bases, absolutely. Like Fort Hood is. Yeah, I think Fort Hood is really screwed up when it comes to the paranormal and the supernatural. I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that happens at Fort Hood that nobody really talks about. I mean, I had a major encounter at Fort Hood. I had I had a haunted house at Fort Hood. I mean, I had in Germany, out on in the field training. Me and my gunner Smitty saw this weird thing through the Bradley thermals, and we know what vehicles look like. We're trained on what vehicles look like through thermals. We know, and this was just a blob, and then it shot skyward. So I mean, there's so much that happens, and there's, again, with energies and the activities and the emotions and everything that goes on military installations, in the barracks and in housing. There's so much to it. So there's going to be hauntings.
And like Huachuca, a lot of the buildings that are still standing today were used during the Civil War time.
I never made to Huachuca. Well, I mean, my MOS doesn't go there. So it would have been, I think Huachuca would have been, to me, I would have gotten a kick out of going to Fort Huachuca. I mean, I drove past White Sands.
Huachuca is the main military intelligence base.
Yes, it is.
Army.
Yep.
And there's a place called Black Tower that I shouldn't know about, but I do, that they watch the southern border at.
Well, yeah.
Even though I shouldn't know about Black Tower, I do, because my mom and we go to my dad and we took a wrong turn and found it by mistake.
That's pretty funny. It's like there at Fort Carson. I mean, we got Cheyenne Mountain right there, and your ID card will get you through like the first gate, but it won't get you past the second gate. We tried.
After that, turn back.
Yeah, we tried. Yeah. They were nice at the laugh ass and points and yeah. You're not authorized, but we did try. I'll tell you that right now. Well, man. Well, Tyler, I tell you what, man. I do think that there's you had something going on with the little girl and the lady, and I'm wondering if there's any abduction vibes to it. It's got abduction vibes, to be honest with you. I think that there's a strong possibility of being abducted, especially when it happens after you come back from Germany. And So and then it had to find you, and I think that's the reason why I was asking about clothing or anything, or part of the sleep process. But in the past couple of years, though, you said everything slowed down or not seeing nothing, and
No.
I mean, man, but I do think it's got some strange abduction device, especially being on a military base.
I was young at the time, but I think the little girl had like clothes from the early 1900s that have flowers on it.
I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's why it's like you got to figure out what it was that you were going through. I do think I think maybe there's something that either you got some strange paranormal or abduction.
But why would I wait for us to move in the house and choose me to appear with me in that room and no one else?
Man, that's the question. That's the $1 million question that everybody wants to know. What these things happen to them. I mean,
now my sisters, they saw a shrunken head behind a trash can.
I'm sorry. One more time. They saw what?
My sisters.
Yeah.
They screamed for my parents, and all they said was the head behind the trash can. I looked. I didn't see anything.
And was this in Wachuca?
Yeah, with my sisters.
I think Wachuca's haunted.
It is very much so.
I'm gonna have to try and go out there and check that out. Fort Wachuca.
I want to go back just to explore again. I'm older.
Well, Arizona is a beautiful state, and there's a lot.
It is.
There's a lot to Arizona. I mean, I went to Tombstone, Winslow, the Crater. I mean, oh man, we drove through it, and there's a couple days in Arizona is definitely not enough time.
It's not.
And,
that had to be like a month to get through everything.
Oh yeah, I mean Arizona's one of the states I could move to. I really could. I could live in Arizona.
Oh, I would live there again if I could afford it and my job would pay me enough.
There you go. Well, work your way up over there, and
because even though I was born in Kansas, Arizona's my home.
There you go. I was born in Oklahoma. I don't claim it as my home. Nothing against my Oklahoma listeners. I love you guys. Oklahoma is okay. Yeah. It's a joke. Sorry.
It's like Kansas. People say Kansas is the best place to live in, but it's not.
Kansas? No. I just drove through there. My daughter made the comment in Western Kansas. She said if she didn't see cars, she would not believe that anybody lived there.
Yeah.
And I told her, so these are hard people that live out there. These people are tough.
And Wichita has changed so much, and so has Riley.
Didn't go near Riley. Went through Wichita.
You'd think it'd be a ghost town by now.
Nah, not right. Junction City maybe, but I mean Manhattan's right there. So Manhattan's got the college and everything, so it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But Junction City. I mean, I'm doing a trip next year back to Utah, with Chummy with the Spirits, Todd Neese, and some other. We're going up to the Uintas, and then on the way back.
If you want a hot spot in Texas, they have the abandoned state hospital in Huntsville.
I've heard of that one.
But I want to go there and check it out.
I've heard of that one. Huh. I'm about to look into that some more.
Yeah, the abandoned state hospital. The building's still standing from what I've heard.
There's a lot of hauntings in Texas. There's a lot of weird stuff.
Yes.
I know that, especially down in San Antonio. I mean,
like there's a hotel here called the Granger Hotel.
Right there by the Alamo.
A murder happened in room 326, and people swear that they hear noises in it.
I was just at the Crescent Hotel a couple months ago with Todd Neese, and same thing. I mean, there's people that died in there, and that's where I saw the apparition.
The Menger Hotel, the Menger Hotel, which they said that the bar in it's haunted, and they hear people flipping coins.
See, you have a whole bunch of hauntings right there you can go check out.
And then in Arizona, back to Arizona, if you go to Tombstone, you should check out the Birdcage Theater. That place is a hotspot for paranormal activity.
Okay, so that's where I got touched at.
The Birdcage.
I got touched at the Birdcage Theater. Yep. So when you go through the Birdcage Theater, it's set up as a museum. So where all the patrons would sit to watch the show, staring at the stage, that's like a museum of artifacts and stuff from, the Old West, the time frame. And, they have a maze of tables set up. You kind of do like the little, maze through, walking, checking stuff out. Right there by the stage, there was to the left of the stage, there was one booth, and they talked about some Russian guy like to sit there. I think it was a Russian guy. And I remember reading that plaque, that's kind of cool. And looking up, and, for the movie Tombstone, they did a good job of, redesigning it. And it was, me and my buddy Rick. And we walked up. He was behind me. He was probably good 10 paces behind me, and I walked up to the top of the stage, And as soon as I got to the top, I had a hand actually touch my right shoulder and a caressing motion. And this is in the morning. This isn't at night. This is like right there in the morning.
I would lift.
And I looked right over and I was like, I just got touched. And Rick goes, what? I said, yeah, something just touched me. And there was a part of the curtain that was about 5 feet away, and I had like to lean all the way over to try and get it. I was like, "There's no way that wasn't it." But I actually, it was pretty cool. And the night before, we kept seeing shadows. At night we kept seeing shadows like dark around the corner, on the street, and it was cool. And that only happened when we decided that we were going to follow the path of what Wyatt Earp took from the Oriental to the OK Corral, and that's when we started seeing the shadows darting.
Yeah. I would have left. I would have left.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting to get touched. I wasn't going there looking for ghosts. I was just going there to say I was at Tombstone.
I would have left him. Not me. I wouldn't stay.
All right. Well, Tyler, I'm going to go ahead and bring this in for a landing. I do want to say thank you so very much for coming on and sharing that with us.
Thanks for having me.
Do me a favor, though, man. I mean, anything happens, weird dreams, stuff like that, write that stuff down. Stay in communication. Let me know what's going on.
I will.
Yeah, and I'll try and get some stickers out to you and your mom and dad here soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and tell your mom and dad I said hi. Tell them my love. And again, I appreciate it. Don't hang up. Just hang on a second. Well, thank you everybody for listening to another episode of the Drunken Cryptids. You guys, I appreciate it again. And again, if you've had an encounter and you want to come on the show and talk about, email me, drunkencryptids@gmail.com. Make sure you keep following and liking us on all of our social medias. Until next time, keep on squatching.
I can do anything that I want. I can do anything that I want now. I can do anything that I want. Hey, hey, if it is to be, you know that it's up to me. I'm headed to the front. I can be anything that I want. I can be anything.